Hello everyone, I hope all of you had a very Merry Christmas. Now if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good holiday. Now if you happen to have a holiday still going on, I hope that's going well for you too. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the decks of cards I got for Christmas. Now I'm not going to be reviewing every single deck, just going to be one deck, because I'm going to be making videos for the rest of these decks here. Now, I do know I have one more deck coming, so I'll let you know when that comes. And I have a few more packages coming. If they're decks of cards, you will see the videos. If they're not decks of cards, then you will know, because I will let you know that, hey, just that one package came. But I'll let you know what package that is when it comes. So, we're going to be going over one of these decks here, but to give you a brief insight of some of the decks, one of the decks was this Vintage Label deck by Robert Ball Magician. I actually have a review on these, so I will link that down below. It's my most recent video too, so if you go on my channel, check out the most recent video. But I will leave Robert Ball down below too. We have this deck. I'm not going to be going in depth about any of these, because that's why we will be doing the deck reviews. I have this one, which is really special, so when the review comes for this one, I will talk about it. And then this one too. So, the one deck we are going to be going over is Presidents of the United States deck. So let's get right into the review here. So first thing, when you get the deck, you will see, like the flag, dark blue, white, red, white, red. You have the presidential seal. You have features all 45 presidents, and you have a few cards down here. Now, right here, the Ace of Spades, that is the White House. So it tells you the address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, Washington. And then the Two of Diamonds is George Washington, the first president of the United States. The Six of Clubs is Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president. And the King of Spades is Donald Trump, the current 45th president of the United States. So when going through this deck, I will be giving you some facts about some of these guys too. On the side it says President of the United States playing cards. You can see the colors there. It's like the flag goes over it. And on the other side it says the same thing. Now, on the bottom it has some barcode ad copy stuff. And it has this little handle thing so you can dangle it off, and then it says Presidents of the United States playing cards. So this is the whole box. And also, if you ever see Trump giving any of his speeches on a podium, you'll see this on the podium underneath it, sort of. So the podium's like this. Trump's right here speaking. So this is Trump. This is the microphone. This is the podium. The seal's right here, so everyone can see that he's president. So that's the tuck case. Now, if you open it up, you'll see that flag goes over some more, and it's going to be white. But if you look at the flaps, it has the 2 stars. Now, I'm going to move the camera up here just so it makes it easier to show you these. So, when you take out the deck, I think that's everything. Okay, that's everything. When you take out the deck, you're not really going to get anything except 2 jokers, but this is the back design. So you can see it's the American flag, and it's the presidential seal. So that's really nice right there. Now the 2 jokers, you can actually pause the video to read this, but it tells you about the President of the United States, who they are and what they do. So you can pause the video and read that right now. Now, because it's a flag, this is going to be the little design on it. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to bring this down here. Let me know down below if you can see this spread really well, because it's weird on my screen. So if you can see that, let me know. But that's what they look like spread out. Now, going through the deck here, you have the jokers. Get rid of those. The ace of spades is the White House. So you can pause the video for each card and read this. Now, if we go to the two of spades, you'll see Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. He was actually a 5-star general before he became president. And you'll see it tells you there what number they were, the years they served, and the party. It actually has their signature on it. So Dwight David Eisenhower. Okay, so we have John F. Kennedy. Obviously, he was one of the few presidents that died while in office because he got assassinated by Lee Harvey Oswald. Now you have Lyndon B. Johnson, who was actually Kennedy's vice president, and then he was able to get into office that way. Richard Nixon, pretty sure everyone will know about him if you bring up Watergate. Gerald Ford, he was a boxing and football coach at Yale University. The only guy to get into the presidency without actually being elected. Jimmy Carter, the oldest surviving president as of right now at 95. Ronald Reagan, the only president to be a Hollywood actor. George H.W. Bush, he was the oldest president until he passed away from vascular Parkinson's disease. Now, he is actually the second president to have a son be president himself. So when we get to his son, I'll let you know more in depth what that means. Now we have Bill Clinton. Obviously, everyone should know him because his wife Hillary ran for the presidency. Here's Bush. So this is the first Bush's son. Now these father and son, this is the second time in history that a father and son were president of the United States. There were only one other family before them. When we get to them, I will let you know. Obviously, Barack Obama, first president of African American. Donald Trump, obviously the incumbent president, so current. Not much to say about him. Let's see here. So the ace of clubs is the Marine 1. Now we're going to step it back to some really old time. So the 12th president is Zachary Taylor. Now he was only in office 16 months before he passed. So that's the second shortest presidency. Millard Fillmore. If you live in New York, go to Buffalo, New York, and they actually have a hospital named after him. Or they did. I don't know if it's still up and running. Franklin Pierce. Not much to say about him except that he's ranked in the bottom of presidents. James Buchanan. Okay, so this guy, was the only bachelor to be president, and he was the only president from Pennsylvania until Joe Biden got the votes to win the race. So until Joe Biden gets in, Buchanan is still the first. Abraham Lincoln, obviously everyone knows about him. First president to die while in office because he got shot. Andrew Johnson, Lincoln's successor and VP, so Vice President. We have Ulysses S. Grant. He was a general during the Civil War. Rutherford B. Hayes. We have James Garfield. So he was the second guy to be shot while in office and die. We have Chester A. Arthur. Now, something about Grover Cleveland, which will pop up here, is that he is the only president to be president 2 times. Now, what does that mean? Well, obviously, you can run for 2 terms. Each term is 4 years each, so that's 8 years. So Cleveland here ran for president, and he won the first 4 years. Now, when he ran again, he lost against another president, who I will bring up in a second here. And then when that president had to run, Cleveland ran against him and then won the presidency. So he's the only president so far to be president in 2 non-consecutive terms. So it was Cleveland, the other president, and then Cleveland again. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, breaking away from that, we have the Air Force One. Now, here is the presidential seal I was talking about. So you can see that. Now, here's the guy Cleveland ran against and lost against. Benjamin Harrison. Now, he is the grandson of the 9th president, William Henry Harrison. So this would make them the only father-grandson duo. And when we get to Harrison, I'll mention another thing about him too. So here's Cleveland again. William McKinley, okay, 3rd president to get assassinated. He was killed in Buffalo, New York. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows good old Teddy Roosevelt. Faces on Mount Rushmore. He's in the top 5 best presidents. So there's Teddy. Now we have Taft. Now, everyone associates him with the bathtub. If fit for men, he was over 300 pounds, the most overweight. But actually, something about Taft is that he was the only guy to be president and chief justice of the Supreme Court. He never wanted the presidency, because actually Teddy handed it over to Taft. Taft, so William, wanted to be Chief Justice. So not only did he become president, but he also got his dream of Chief Justice. Now, Woody Wilson, only guy to have a PhD. He actually taught at Princeton University, I believe it was. So, only PhD. Warren G. Harding, not many good things people say about him, so. Calvin Coolidge, nicknamed Silent Cal, not many good things about him either, except he was born on the 4th of July. Herbert Hoover, during the Great Depression or at the beginning stages, he was president. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. If there's any president you probably heard of, it might have been FDR, if not Obama or Trump. So FDR, obviously, Great Depression, served 4 terms, which is the most. So he served 3 full terms, and then a few months into his 4th term, he passed away. So after he passed away, that's when Congress passed a bill to limit the president to serve only 2 terms. Harry S. Truman, FDR's successor, dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. Everyone knows that. Now this is the Oval Office. So this is where the president is located. So if you ever see videos of Trump while in office, he is in this exact office right here. Now, if you are a Republican or thinking about becoming a Republican, this is the symbol. So it's just an elephant. And then when we get to Democrat, I will mention that too. Now we have going really back. So George Washington, obviously first president of the United States, is on Mount Rushmore in the top 5 presidents. John Adams. Now, if you remember, I mentioned at the Bushes, there was one other family to have a father-son duo succeed the presidency. This is the guy, John Adams, because of his son, the 6th president of the United States, John Quincy Adams. So when I saw this picture of Jefferson, I was like, that's not Jefferson. Because of all the other pictures I've seen, Jefferson didn't look like that. But this is Thomas Jefferson. Okay, obviously wrote the Declaration of Independence. James Madison, U.S. Constitution. James Monroe, the Monroe Doctrine. Now here is Adams' son, John Quincy. Remember, you can pause these at every time I do the presidents here. So Andrew Jackson. Now Martin Van Buren, the 8th president. Now this is interesting. He is the only guy during his time to be president, but born a United States citizen. So there we go. Now, if you remember Benjamin Harrison, here's his grandfather, William. Shortest presidency, 31 days, because he died of pneumonia. So essentially, it was a cold March day. He did his 2-hour speech, 2 to 3 hours, the longest speech ever. No jacket, no umbrella, nothing. It was pouring cold. He won the presidency, got pneumonia, got bedridden, and died 31 days later. Here's John Tyler, only president with the most kids at 15. And one of his grandsons, I believe it was, I'm not sure if it was both, but I know it was one of them, actually passed away recently. We have James K. Polk. And if you want to become a Democrat, you are a Democrat, just interested in it, they have the donkey. So you can remember donkey, Democrat DD, donkey D, Democrat D. Hopefully that makes sense. So that was the president's deck right here. Now, getting into handling. Now this is a collector's deck, so it's not really going to handle how you would expect for it to handle. But I can do a few shuffles here and just show you. So we take this, we shuffle it. Very nice deck to shuffle. Now obviously I wouldn't use these for Magic. They're just for collectors. But it's very nice. They shuffle good. They cut good. That's a triple lift. Or, okay, a double lift. Can't even tell my double lifts now. Okay, so double lift. Ace of clubs. Put it. Becomes the ace of clubs again. Okay, so it shuffles nice. It definitely isn't thick, so it must be thicker. Can do some nice cuts. Would I use it for Magic? Obviously not, because it's a collector's. But I thought I'd throw in a few shuffles. So this was the deck, the President's deck. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, before I end the video here, let me show you the other decks we have available, so you can choose for the next video. Now, like I said, I already have a review on these vintage cards, so check out that review. Subscribe to Robert. The decks we have are the Solo Kid Leo. I'll let you look at that. Okay, we have the special deck, the Vanity 41. Now, I read up both of these decks were limited print runs, so I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read up. We have this deck with no name, so it reminds me of the Nox. So if you put the Knock deck, I don't know what you mean. Or the King of Spades. And then we have the Wang Jing Poker. And then when the other deck gets here, and possibly any other, I'll let you know. But those are the decks we can review for the next video. So let me know if you want a specific deck. If not, I'll just reach in and grab one. But that's it. Check out this review. Subscribe to Robert. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know who your favorite presidents are, who your least favorite. If you don't have any, that's fine. If you knew any of those facts, if you have any more I didn't mention. That's it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.